Dolphins thirsty, they never show no mercy. On the field or in the game, Miami knows how to play. Dolphins thirsty, we all get down and dirty. Tell you what you wanna know, it's the Dolphins Show. Quench your thirst for all things Miami Dolphins. They are the football kings, cause they play to win. Come on in and have some fun, whether we have lost or we have won. For all things Miami, it's Dolphins Thursday.
Good morning, Miami Dolphin fans. And yes, our Dolphins took it on the chin yesterday and failed to get a win on the big stage as G-Man and G-Man, the Dolphin, pointing out here. Good morning, G-Man. Welcome to the show. But yes, Justin, our Dolphins once again had us drinking the Kool-Aid the first 3 weeks of the season. Big opponent. They lost yesterday. I hate to say it. It is what it is. They beat us in every aspect of the game. We're going to touch on that. Then we're going to get, saying what we have to do moving forward. Try to be a little bit positive and point out some good stuff moving forward. But yesterday's game is very little other than A-Chan, maybe Van Ginkel, maybe I don't even know what else. There's not many good things to point out from yesterday. It was an
Well, no one
ugly
likes
stinker.
talking about things like that after a loss and trying to point out the good things. It's rough, bro. We lost. We got our asses kicked.
No, we got our butt kicked. Not only lost, we got our butt.
You got dominated on both sides of the football. I don't care what anyone tries to tell me. Like, well, we ran the ball. Yeah, you ran the ball, and then you went away from it. Like in a game like that, your play calling and your coaching has to be at its peak, fine crispness of what you do. You have to get the plays in on time, and you have to dial up the right stuff. There's some stuff that really frustrated me throughout the game, but then again, I'm not on the sideline with him. I'm not in the press box, and I'm not calling no plays or nothing like that, so I don't have any control over it. But yeah. I think one of the most frustrating things for me, from my standpoint, is how we hung in the game basically for the first quarter, and then like the second, third, and fourth quarters, we just got railed. And the reason why is because you didn't make no adjustments in game. You didn't make adjustments on the fly. You stayed in a soft C1, C2 coverage basically all game long. I seen him dial up one nice blitz, which was to the end of the second quarter, right before halftime, and I was like, okay, cool. Next half, I want to see more of that, and it just never happened.
I know
it was terrible.
Hey, let me give some good mornings in there real quick. Thank you, G-Man. He says he's not going to stick around because he's in a bad mood, but as I understand,
good
morning, Ender. Good morning, GG Live, and I hate to say it, good morning to Michael K., our resident Buffalo Bills fan. Yes, you can gloat. Your team won. Not much to say, Michael K. Your team won.
I got shit to say. Michael K. was right, bro. I mean, we talked about this in the middle of the week, and it could have went one way or another way, and it just happened to go the way the Bills went way, and you could see them getting routed like that. It's kind of how it went at the line of scrimmage is how we got beat up is kind of where I'm putting it. Like, we really didn't play that well. That's not how we're supposed to be playing football. You got to make adjustments. Kuho had a rough game, bro. Like,
oh no,
everyone's like, Cater Kuho's a star, and Darth Kuho, and Darth this and Darth that. How about Darth turn your damn head around? How about that? How about
I know that's the thing that I don't understand why he didn't turn his head around on a couple of those plays.
Yeah,
it was a tic-tacky interference call they called on him, but if he
bro, but still turn your head around. Like I told
and
you,
if he turns his head around, they won't call it. They won't call it.
Like, remember me telling you about this dude? I remember last year everyone's like, "Oh, he's so great, he's so good." Even my buddy Steve, I was like, "Yeah, he's good," but he does this one thing that Byron Jones does that I can't stand it. And it's like, you don't listen. You're running with the guy. I played corner. I know how it is. You're running with the guy, and you're looking at the guy when you through your face mask, and you see him turn around and look for the ball. You need to also turn around and look for the ball and run at the same time. Like it's called staying in phase. And if you don't stay in phase right there, you're gonna get burned. It's Stephon Diggs, bro. And then your reachy tackling stuff, that ain't gonna fly with me. I would have sat his ass down. That's just me.
Oh no, after that one play where he broke off for a long touchdown.
I would have sat you down right there. I was like 2 plays before that. I was like, I've had enough of Cater Kuho today. I've had enough of Cater Kuho today. I said that to myself 3 times. I would have right then and there. If I'm the D coordinator, guess where you're going? To the bench.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Steve. Good morning, RL. Good morning, GG Live. All
That
you
kind of
guys,
shit
welcome to the
pisses
show.
me off,
On
to be honest.
There's only one happy fan in the room here, and that's the Buffalo Bills fan that's in here, Michael
Dude,
K.
like
But
you got to make a change right there. Like you basically that, in my opinion, that's the kind of stuff that cost us the game because we couldn't get off the damn field. You can't get off the field, so we can't even get the offense the ball back.
yeah,
Ah,
and
frustrating, man.
oh, I agree. And then some stupid penalties, and it's just like, you can't do that
Bullshit.
stuff. I mean, the game is already over at this point on the play I'm gonna pick, so it would have just been a garbage time touchdown to Waddle. But what the heck? What Eichenberg all of a sudden thinks he's tied in and running down the field. I mean,
Oh, I know what play you're talking about. Yeah, man, he's illegally downfield though. I don't understand where the hell you're going.
I
Where are
know,
you going? Like
I know where
seriously, dude, oh,
there's
seeing the
stupid things like that that cost
dude,
you, man. Do
cost
you
us the
know?
game. You can't make mistakes like that versus a team versus like a they're an elite team like Buffalo. Are you out of your mind? You can't do that. You can't make any mistakes really, and if you make one or two, okay, but it was mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. It was literally like a mistake show out there. That's what I
Well,
saw.
it was. Yeah, yesterday you won the coaching battle for sure. I'll give you that, Michael K. Like I
They
say, I'm
played
hoping it's a
great, dude.
one game bad. The Dolphins have to bounce back. The past few seasons, when we had a loss like this, we let it go into a couple weeks and we have a losing streak. And we had a 7 game losing streak 2 years ago, a 5 game losing streak this year. You got to avoid that. Bounce back against the Giants. But you are right, Michael K. Your team outplayed
They
us,
won.
outcoached us, out everything us.
Yep.
And
They won, but I'll be honest with you, no excuses. I'm not trying to make any excuses here, but don't act like they didn't have some home cooking going. The very first touchdown they scored wasn't even a touchdown, and they're like, touchdown. Then I seen a play where we had a first down and Barrios dove for it midair, gets through there, ball past the pylon, and no first down. That's
no,
bullshit.
there
That's
was
a first
definitely
down.
home cooking, but they won by 4 touchdowns.
I know.
So
I'm just
hey,
pointing out a couple plays they got handed to them. That shit you don't understand. Like as a football player and as a coach, as anybody who's on the field right now, the play like that is a momentum swinger. And you're like,
yeah,
oh damn it, dude, we needed that one, and you didn't get it. And you remember me talking about this in the middle of the week. Michael K was here. You were here, Rob. I said there's going to be 4 plays in the game that are made that win and lose us the game. Out
yeah.
of those 4 plays that was made in the game, we made one of them. So they made the 3 and we made one. And the play we made was the one was Raheem Mostert down the sideline on the wheel
Yeah.
route, jumped up in between 2 guys and caught the football. This is what pisses me off about the Dolphins, okay? And the play calling. It's so rookie. You're so vanilla right now. How can you go be looking so damn good versus the Little Sisters of the Poor from Denver and then look this bad versus Buffalo? I guess Buffalo is just that much better. But I'll be honest with you, I hate that. When you find something that was working versus a team that this good, this caliber, you stick with it. You
Right.
threw it deep. You threw it deep. Raheem jumps up and grabs it. Drop back the next damn pass play and throw it deep again. And if you catch that one, you're like, oh, wow, it's like fishing, right? You're like, okay, I caught one. I caught another. If you do it again, you throw it a third time, you catch another one too. Oh, we're onto a trend here. That's how you
Right.
beat the team. If you want to beat the team, you got to take those trends and you got to jump on them. You don't just sit back. I'm going to get cute here. Now I'm going to dial a drag under or a double shallow crosser or whatever the hell you're calling, bro. It wasn't working.
Yeah, no, hey, G-Man, and you may not agree on basketball, but you said this before we went on air that
Oh my
Buffalo is
God, yes.
stronger, that the Bills are stronger in the trenches.
I said that
And
too to you when we were talking.
yeah, I know. So that's it. Yeah, that's exactly what you said.
Absolutely,
So,
bro.
G-Man, you said exactly what Justin said before.
We're soft in them
So,
trenches. We're soft where we need to be strong. Like our trenches are just not as strong as Buffalo's. I'll tell you that. They're built to play bully ball in the trenches, right down your throat. Come and get your quarterback. I'll be honest with you. You know what really sucks is I thought for a second there during like the second quarter, I thought we were getting ready to play bully ball with him and start swinging back. And the one play in particular that stands out to me is they rushed Milano right up the A gap, dude, and sliced him in. And guess what? Alec Ingold came up and bam, stuffed him right in his damn jaw. And I was like, yeah, this is what we need to do. And guess what? You didn't go back to doing some more of it. You need
yeah.
to take your guys and throw them at their guys with reckless abandonment like that play, and you would have won the game. They came out and took the physicality towards you, and we got beat up. You needed to take the fight to them on the offensive side of the football, and maybe we would have had a crying chance in hell if the defense would have showed up.
So No, I agree, man. I agree. Take a deep breath now, and I read this what DG said.
It's
You
true
think
though,
Tua is
bro.
good at I know. I'm just giving you that relax so you can be ready for the next rant. So
Ding.
so you think Tua is good enough to consistently beat Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes year in and year out, or we have to continue to spend money putting pieces around him to help him or to even compete with, you know,
I don't.
them?
I honestly don't think it's a. I don't think it's got anything to do with the quarterback right now. I really don't. I think this has
Yeah, I know it
everything to
wasn't
do with the
Tua's
line of
best game, but
scrimmage.
I do agree it was far from
Was it
Tua.
a bad game? Why? Because he threw one pick. He still ended up
I
with
don't know. It wasn't a bad game, but it's just
a
I'm just saying.
92.8 rating. I mean, I honestly didn't think he played that bad. Yeah, he made a
No,
couple
he didn't.
mistakes.
I mean,
So
he
what?
made a couple bad decisions, but yeah, that's like any quarterback's limit. If you get pressured, like he was getting pressured, yeah. So I'm not saying it. So it's far from Tua yesterday, but the defense is definitely not a
That's
championship caliber
that's
team.
that's what's the problem is right now is the
Because you're
defense.
expecting to outscore every team, 40 something, expecting the Dolphins to score 50 points to beat the Broncos yesterday. That's not going to happen. I mean, to beat the Bills yesterday, that's not going to happen. So, you just can't count on that. You can't go drive for drive every game and,
No, you
expect.
can't just trade points with teams like that. Even when we started the game off, remember I went 7-7, 14-14. This is what I was talking about. I was like, we were in the game. Right at that point, you're still in the game. Even when you go down by 7 and it was 21-14. Fangio is awful. Fangio's been in the league for 20 years, bro. I don't think he's awful. I think right now I don't want
It's
to know
not the
what.
personnel. That's what happens when you bring in a new coordinator.
You know,
He doesn't have the
I
personnel
don't
that
think
was
he's got
built
the
for all that
pieces.
blitzing and all
He
that
doesn't have the
style
pieces that he
defense.
wants right now. The linebackers aren't particularly his cup of tea, and you don't have the defensive backfield. I don't think you want, and the corners I don't think are playing up to. So basically, the whole team and or the whole defense, and you're not getting pass rush that you need. I'm not even. I don't know how many times I've watched us go get a pass rush set, and it was like, damn, stonewalled again. Damn, stonewalled again. That happened like 20 times. Like you can't. And not only that, I kept telling myself, like, dude, how many times are you just going to send 4 guys in and expect different results? You can't just keep sending 4, keep sending 4. What you got to do is send 4 and then send one off the edge. Send 4 and then send one up the middle. Send 4 and then show one up
I know
on
there was
A
no.
gap and then
I know.
send.
I agree.
Dude, I don't get it. You got to send blitzes. When you're not getting home, you have to take more risks. And he doesn't like
Yeah.
taking risks.
No, I know. That's it. That's the thing. He doesn't care what Fangio did in other places. Yes, he's been bad here so far, but it's just
Bro,
like we
you
had to
always
give
be talking all
McDaniel
that
some
shit,
time.
G-Man, until we do something, then you'll be right back on the bandwagon, bro. So.
So, we'll see, man. It just takes time. I hope we all get back on the bandwagon. We got to bounce back next week. This
It's
was an ugly game. Like I say, only one happy guy in this chat is Michael K.
like
And,
G-Man, it does no
so it
good
was
to be.
his day yesterday, but they could very well go lose to Jacksonville next week. And we beat Giants and everything's back to, we can be in control of our own destiny. But yes, until we learn how to beat the Bills, it's going to be a long time. And they match up well against us because they can play defense and offense, and they're more physical in the trenches, as you and G Man
Do you
pointed
know it's
out.
it's it's crazy he said that too, like, and you guys are right. He has been terrible here, but in his mind, I think he's like he don't think he's terrible, and I don't think he's terrible. What I think he is stubborn. Okay, I think he's very stubborn, and when you're stubborn like that, and you're like, no, I'm just gonna send 4, and we're gonna play solid defense over the middle, not get beat deep, and hopefully somebody makes a play. And I just don't like that style, bro. I think you need to sometimes just go out there. You gotta go. You
Yeah.
gotta go. Justin, this is a 10-7 or 9-8 team, probably wild card, same old garbage. You can say that, but we don't know that. That's why they play the games, bro. Let this stuff play out first. We don't know what we're gonna get. Maybe we get Jalen Ramsey back sometimes around Thanksgiving, and all of a sudden we're playing our best football when it really counts. So I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. Everybody who's disappointed, I'll be honest. I wasn't even that upset about the game. Yeah, we got killed, but we'll get them in week 18. And not only that, you got to look at it like this:
My dog wants out.
let's get all these losses out of the way now. Let's get the losses out of the way now. I don't want to lose in December like we did last year. I want to be winning and playing our best football in that time of the year.
Yeah.
If we lost, we lost. Fine, let's get to back to the drawing board and fix this damn thing. And I know they can do it. And I'm not gonna get freaked out, or I'm not gonna drink the Kool-Aid though, like I was, because I'm telling you right now, I've seen this happen before. people were coming up to me in public and be like, "Oh, your Dolphins are looking so good," and it was like a after we beat the Broncos, like that was like a trip everywhere I went. It was like a victory party. It's like, damn, I couldn't even imagine what would happen if we won a Super Bowl. But it was
Yeah,
just
I
like
know.
me. I kept telling people like, hey man, calm down. I've seen this before with the Dolphins. Let's see what happens in December. I've watched this team for years and do this before, so we'll see.
Yeah, no, we'll see, man. That's the way to say it. We will see. But, yesterday wasn't ugly. There's no way to slice it. At least I would try to point out A Chan looks like we finally hit at running back in the draft. So you got to look at some couple things, but man, it was an ugly game, man. But that kid's like actually leading the league in rushing, and he didn't even play basically.
I
It was
told you,
like
Doug. I told you that Achan was going to be the star in
no,
this league.
HN,
I
no,
told
he
you.
is. Yeah, hey, good morning. Yeah, no, he is. That was your best favorite running back, and when the Dolphins got him,
Absolutely.
you're like, oh my god, can't
I
believe
can't
they
believe
got
we
him in
did
the.
get him. I'm still tripping that we have him. And when he scored the touchdowns, I was super excited. I'm really excited every time he touches the football. I think he needs to touch it a little bit more, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah,
Anybody who can't is like, oh, he's too small, too this, too that. Come check my scouting report out on that again. I told
yeah,
you he can run a little bit harder than you think or give him credit for. What I don't like is how Mike McDaniels he doesn't set anything up for success the way you really need to. He does a good job. The first couple weeks, it was looking great when everything's going great, but when things start to fall apart and you really need to be tested, I don't think he throws the curveball like you need to. You know what I'm saying? He just keeps fastball, fastball, fastball. You need to come in there and start giving him a change of look. Like, I hate the game plan for yesterday. I don't like it. I don't like the game plan at all. I would love to see you go from a game plan versus these hard teams and start running it down their damn throats. Stop lining up in shotgun every damn play. How about some mesh concept? How about some flood? How about some naked rollouts? How about all that stuff that you could use versus the other teams and you're not using any of it?
yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like the offensive game plan, and I didn't like the defensive game plan.
Yeah. No, you're right, G-Man. That was a statement game, and it's the Bills that made the statement that they're still in control of that division. So you are 100% right on that. It was a complete foul on the Dolphins'
Guess what?
part.
That's exactly what needed to happen, bro.
And
Dude,
no, we
that's
got
exactly
humbled
what
pie,
needed to
and
happen.
maybe this will wake us up, realize we're not all rosy smelling all the time.
Yeah,
You're
but
gonna have stinkers.
G-Man's acting like this is week 18 for the division and we lost.
I know because I looked it up last year. The 49ers got smoked by the Chiefs last year in the regular season, and all their fans were saying, "Oh, they just can't compete."
This
They rolled
happens.
all the way to the NFC Championship
Yep.
game last
This
year. So
happens, you guys. This happens.
yeah,
It's football.
sometimes good teams get beat bad by other good teams because you're not on your game, and the
Because you're not
Dolphins
on your
definitely.
game, bro, and your coaching staff's not on their game either. And that's exactly what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
We got out coached, we got outworked, we got out executed. It just happens, no excuses. We got our asses kicked on both sides of the ball. We lost. I'll
No, no,
take that L.
there's no excuses. We did get our, but he says he doesn't think he likes to say tuna. That's why he spells it out. He doesn't think he has the speed to line up on anything but pistol or shotgun. So that's what he's saying. So
I think you're out of your mind. He does it all the time.
yeah. So I don't know, man. It
You
was just like
also
you say.
you also
And
didn't
I know
think
we
he
don't
could
have
do
you for a
what he
long
does
time
now.
today, Justin,
So
and I'm gonna end when you in. But it's just at least as you don't have a lot of time on a game like this. Last week it was fun talking to this. It's just part of being a fan. I don't run and hide. You don't run and hide. But I do admit, yesterday I went fishing after the game instead of worrying about the game, and it did help. It was like
hell
good
yeah,
therapy. It was like, oh, let me not even worry about the Dolphins. I was catching bass and stuff, and I
hell
forgot all
yeah,
about the Dolphins. So
yeah.
it
I
was
bet you that
nice.
bass gave you a good fight.
Yeah, it did, man. It got me in the weeds. And I was able to get it out. So it was great.
Nice,
So it was fun. And so that's what I say. It's nothing. If you want to paint this in a rosy picture, there's no way, G man. Michael K, you are 100% right. Your team
bro.
won, and it's
Did you
just the
expect to
way it
win
is.
every damn game this year or what? Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, I went like I do every year, and I'm like, before the season, I go through and pick the games I think we're going to win and lose and have a prediction. I didn't have us slated to win this game on my prediction scale, but I didn't have us slated to win the Chargers game, and they proved me wrong on that game and won. So if they would have
Yeah.
won this one, I would have been like, woo! But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
they
know.
didn't do that.
The only
So
thing
it
is, I
happens.
we know because last year we lost to them both times up there in the regular season and the postseason, but it was by 3 points. So I thought we all thought, oh, it's going to be at least like that. They beat us by 4 touchdowns,
Yeah,
fair and
yeah.
square, 4 touchdowns. So I think that's why
But
most. If it
what,
would have been
boy?
another 3 point game, people were saying, oh, okay, we're right there, but we know we just got blown out. So when you get blown out, the victories Mondays that seem so far go. It's a losing Monday. There's like no even like, oh, if this play would have gone that way or this way. No, when you lose by 4 touchdowns, you just get
Yeah,
beat. And there's not too much we can
absolutely.
really. What more can we say on it? Every other talking show on here's already hammered it, beat it up to a pulp, and there's really not much more to say on the game, other than just get back, don't let it linger, go beat the Giants, and then people are going to say, oh, they can only beat the bad team, but I don't care. You still got it's an NFL team. They were in the playoffs last night. They play tonight. But so they can get back going again before win tonight. So they're no pushover. Got to win that game. Got to beat the Panthers, and that's it. You got to win the next 2 games at home, and this would become a distant memory, and we start buying in a little bit. And if we go into Philadelphia and we win, hey, I'm a week by week. I'm not even going to go that far ahead, but I'm just saying we can get that good mojo back that we had. It's just we got to be able to learn from this one. They're already looking at that film this morning, and they're already saying, oh my God, we got manhandled in every phase of the game. And the
Absolutely.
coaches are going to let them know because McDaniel told them. He said it in his press conference. He let them know that we should not be losing by 4 touchdowns to any team in this league. And he let them know, and he took accountability. But he said the players need to take accountability because when you lose like this, it's a whole team thing.
It's a
All the
team loss, bro. It's the coaches sucked, the players
Yep,
sucked, the play calling
yep,
sucked. It was terrible. It was a team. It was a team loss, but that's
yep.
okay. We win as a team and we lose as a team. But I'll be honest. Like I pray that the game plan is different when you come in versus one of these powerhouse teams. And when I'm saying powerhouse team, I'm talking Buffalo. I'm talking Kansas
Philly.
City. I'm talking Philadelphia. I'm talking Dallas. If you do see, look at that right there. I hate seeing that. Philly will be another beatdown. I hope you're wrong. I hope you're completely wrong. And you know what? He's probably right. Look at the defensive line for Philly is legit good, bro. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, their offensive line is probably the best in football. You got your hands coming to you on that one. You're gonna need to be at your best
Hey,
game.
G man, give us a thumbs up on your way out at least, G man. Remember, it's not the Dolphins you're giving a thumbs up to; it's to us. So thank you. But yeah, no,
That
it
sucks,
was.
bro. That so sucks, bro. I'm sorry you're so hurt, G man. Nothing should hurt you so bad like as a football team, my man. I hope you get better.
No, hey man, like I say, it is, man. And it's just,
It's just a
at the end
game.
of the day, it's just a game. I know we all take it so serious, but that's why I realized I go do some other stuff and I realize at the end of the day, it's just a game, man. I got family commitments like all of us, all you guys out there, job commitments, bills
G
commitment,
man must have
bills,
like a
not Buffalo
Buffalo.
Bills, bills to pay. We all got all that. And then just for that little bit on Sunday, we just want the Dolphins to give us some hope and some love. And they more often than not break our heart. And we are like, why do I watch this team? But for whatever reason, I can't even describe why I'm a fan. I'm just am. I can't not watch the Dolphins. It's just like I watched every game in the 1-15 season. It's just how I roll. And
I'll be honest, man. Like I feel G man's pain. That used to be me, man. That used to be me right there. Like, oh, forget it. It's all over. Season's done. Blah 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 blah. But I'll be honest. Don't get so caught up into it. It's just a damn game, and yeah, we all want to win, but don't let it affect your life and your personal life so much. Like, don't let people piss in your Cheerios so much and get you going, man. Like, it's not our team. We don't own it, and don't worry about that. Just go make your money, live your life, and root for the Dolphins. Let's go. That's
yeah,
all you
no,
can
I
do.
know. I just, I say I'm always gonna root. At the end of the day, I know.
They got
I
exposed.
people say it is what it is. It's a bad, cold statement, but it is what it is because none of us here, you, I, anyone in this
Oh, I've
room,
seen
unless
this movie
this is a
before.
like
I've seen this
Mike
movie
McDaniel,
before.
unless we have a Mike McDaniel burner account in here, no one in this room has any control over. So all we can do is watch the show. All we can do, G-Man, is watch the movie and hope for a different ending this time. That's it. So
I want to
yes,
speak on what he said right there. He's like, they got exposed. I'll be honest with you, they got exposed because they didn't bounce when they didn't zig when they needed to zag. They didn't zag when they needed to zig. Do you see what I'm saying? Like when I told you they needed to make adjustments, they didn't make the adjustments, dog.
yeah,
You have to make the adjustments right then and there and go from being like, oh, we're gonna wing it around and be the greatest show on turf to being like, now we're gonna pound it down your damn throat. And you have to make the adjustments right then and there. When you find something in the defense like that, you keep going to it and going to it until they stop it. How do you think Belichick would beat the Bills? You think he would go throw it deep and then complete a deep play and then not go back to it again? No, he would
yeah.
go back to that again and again and again
Until
and
you can
again
stop it. Yes, I
until you
agree with
stop it.
that. There were some things I was a little surprised,
That
and
sounds like me right there, bro. I'll be like, I could go ice fishing on Sundays. That used to be my excuse too, right there.
yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go fishing, but the blessed thing about living in South Florida is I can fish almost anywhere, man. There's so many places to fish. Even when I can watch, I fished before yesterday's game and after yesterday's game, and I took time off to watch the game,
Well,
unfortunately.
I'll
But
be honest with you, G man. You might as well just wrap it up right now, then kick off your shoes and just don't watch another game. Then, if that's how
yeah, if
you
it brings
feel, if
stress,
that's
I
how
mean,
you
yeah,
feel
you're
about it,
right,
don't
James.
don't watch another game, bro. Because keep the same energy. Because when we come back and we go to the AFC Championship game, I'm gonna be stuffing it in your ass.
Hey, you know what? G-Man had it tough, man. His Heat lost. I don't follow basketball, so he even has another sport, but at least the Heat makes it for him. Like I said, I had my Red Sox win it. But hey, Adam, welcome, Adam. And I did see your message yesterday. Yeah, hopefully we can hook up and meet each other during the Panthers week. That game, I
Losses
will
suck,
be.
bro. They hurt, bro. Each loss cuts deep. But I'll be honest with you, man. The more and more that I let it affect me, like, and I'm upset and I'm depressed and things like that, it affects my personal life. So I try not to let it get me down like that. I try to just keep it like a business. Like right now we're talking ball, so I'll keep it business. You know, we can talk ball on
Yeah.
that. But when I get to my other personal life and my other stuff, I just go about like it's cool.
No,
Like
that's how I know.
it's
That's what
not
I
a big
try.
deal.
And I have what son, my youngest son, he gets like I used to get. He gets all mad. He wasn't a cheerful person to hang around. But I try to tell him, man, I would have taught you not to like the Dolphins so much because he's just learned from me and he buys in and he was with me last week at that 70 point, so he was all bought in. And then yesterday
Absolutely. All
he
gassed up just to be let down. I get it. I get it. I've
I
been
know
there
so
before.
yeah, I know. So he was just hurt, but it is what it is. But Ray Finkel, yes, that 1-15 season, man, when they beat the Ravens, I acted like we won the Super Bowl, man. I went out, wow, screaming to the neighborhood. We're not gonna have because I just did not want to go
That
be
great
the team that had
Camarillo
a perfect
touchdown.
season and then do the reverse of a perfect season. I did not want to be known as that. So I was so happy they got that one victory, man. It was like, oh my goodness, it was wonderful.
You know, it's crazy. A little bit back to what G Man said. He's like, no, Justin, face it. They're just not good enough. Man, I hope you're wrong. I really do hope you're wrong because if this team's not good enough, dude, look what they did this year. If this isn't good enough,
Oh, I know.
you're not getting any better than this.
No, no, man. The heads have to roll, basically, man.
No,
But
they'll knock the whole thing down, dude. I'm not gonna
I
play.
know Jalen.
If you
Yeah,
don't win like 2 playoff games with what you got right here, there that people are going, dude. You're not. It's no more.
yeah. Hey, DG Live points out Ramsey got injured against Tyreek Hill in practice, which he did. Now White got injured during the game. Tyreek Hill has a weapon. He is definitely literally. And I think every Dolphin fan held a breath for a second when Tyreek Hill held that knee for a couple of
I've
seconds.
seen that.
I know, but he came right back. But I was like, "Oh my God! If this is disaster if he doesn't come."
This is football. This is
I
football.
know,
This is exactly what happens, and that's why you got to be prepared. You got to be ready. Happened to
yeah,
the
I
Bills
know,
too.
but man,
So
he's
look,
like that one guy, man. No,
I'll be
I
honest.
I
When we
know what you
started the
mean,
game,
G man. We've been mediocre for way too long. I understand it stinks That's almost the worst thing in football, mediocre. Not awful enough to get all that high draft capital, but not bad, not good enough to advance in the playoffs. And that's what the Dolphins have been for the past 2 decades. And it's just, I mean, there's nothing else I can say, man. Hey, Kohler.
I'll be honest with you, bro. When you know your deficiencies, and fans who are casual fans all of us out here, we're all
Yeah,
casual football fans. We don't get paid for this, so we're all casual fans. That's what I'm going to call us. If
right,
we see the deficiencies in the Dolphins football team, how in the hell can they not see them? How in the hell do they know
right.
that up front is where we need to be beefier at? You need to be more stout at the point of attack. You need to be stronger in the trenches. It's crazy because to start the game off, I was like, oh no, Eichenberg was the starting center. I was like, this is starting off really bad. And I was like,
Yeah,
this
no,
is
I
what the
know. No,
hell?
I know when we saw the inactives, him and Deshaun Elliott being out. Yeah, and don't worry, Kohler, I already had Michael K in here this morning, so he's the only one from the Bills land that gave me some crow to eat. But
It's all good.
I but
You got to eat crow every now and then too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'll be honest with you. Sometimes you got to go through hell to get to heaven. But we've been through enough hell. I wish this team could just get to the heavenly part of it. But if the Dolphins don't want to put in the correct maneuvers to get there and then call the games the right way, this is the result you're gonna get.
no, you're 100% right. We got beat coaching we got both beat on defense, we got beat on offense. And it's just time to, like Kohler said, and like I said, time to move on to the Giants. They're
Absolutely.
looking at the film today, but then this game will be in their rearview mirror, and they're going to be preparing for next week. Just like when you get those big wins, it's just you got to put those behind you because you can't gloat for too long, or you're going to lose again. So, I mean, you're going to eventually lose. You got to put this loss behind us, and then boom, be ready to win next week. Losing sucks, but with no respect. Yeah, I know. They did. They did not play well at all yesterday. Hey, 916, welcome to the room. Make sure you throw a like at me if you like
You
what
know,
we're talking about. And if you
I
really love it, throw a
I
subscribe.
heard something that was uttered this season. I don't know if I'm saying it right, even, but Micah Parsons had a statement like in the before the football started, or maybe after week one, when he said, "Don't let lifetime become a lifetime of disappointment and regret." Something like that. Something around the words, "Don't let that happen."
Yep.
And that's what I'm seeing here with this team. Like, you don't let this turn into something you regret and be like, "Man, I'm disappointed because it could have been different." Don't be that guy. That's why this loss is important, and the reason why is because everybody on the Miami Dolphins needs to have a freaking reality check, man. You need to look yourself in the mirror,
Tua kind of
and
said it in his own press conference. He
I'm
said
serious, bro. I'm dead
some
serious.
people needed to be served some humble pie.
Yep, and you need to ask yourself why you're there, and if you're not helping the team, then go ahead and just sit down, bro. Because we need to get someone in there who's ready to give their life
Yeah.
for the game and for the Miami Dolphins. Because that's what you need. You got to have dudes in there who are gonna fight to the death. That's what it is. And if you can get that, you'll probably end up with some better results. Like right now, you need better line of scrimmage play out of both sides of the ball. That's why we lost. Our defensive line was getting stonewalled, and our offensive line just didn't have enough umph to it. You know, they played better, I thought, than the defensive line though, and that's sad.
No, no, I know. I mean, Joe Rose said it perfect this morning. Kristen Wilkins is probably rethinking, man, I wish I had signed that contract.
Should have signed it
He's
right
probably
then
going
and
back,
there.
hey, on second of thought, Mr. Greer, can I sign that? So
You're gonna be like,
he should have.
no.
Yeah, I know because he's playing. Some people are saying, "Oh, he's going to outplay where the Dolphins can't afford to keep him." He may just play where we don't even want to keep him, unfortunately, if he doesn't step up his game. And I love Christian Wilkins. That's not a shot at him. He's a good player. I'm hoping he starts stepping up. But maybe it's like you say, maybe it's the Fangio defense isn't his thing, and he will go to another team and ball out, and we'd be
I'll
like,
be
"What?"
honest, bro. Like, if the Rams would trade me Aaron Donald for Christian Wilkins straight up, I'd probably do it right now.
Oh, of course, but who is what
Right
they
now.
unless you put some wacky stuff in their water and make them take that deal. So,
He's
hey,
younger. He's younger, and Aaron Donald's older. There's the wacky stuff in the water you need. You'll get the better end of the youth. All I know
mm,
is I need more out of someone like that. You gotta play better, bro. You want all
there you
this
go.
money? Where are you at?
All right, G-Man, and that's doable, man.
No,
Yes.
no, 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 no,
You stick with him no matter what he's going to tell you.
no. You said we suck. We suck, bro. If we beat the Eagles, I'm going to point out to you. Remember, we suck, though. No. This is the NFL, bro. Any given Sunday, that can happen. That's why you're jumping back on already. Look, there's a little chance. Look, you want me back on? There's a little chance if we beat the Eagles. They better have a different game plan.
You and G-Man need a show. You guys would be having fun arguments all the time, and even when it comes basketball season, you guys should be having a
Absolutely.
fun.
Oh, we already know who the Kings are right there in basketball right now. The
Yeah,
Nuggets, the
hey,
defending champs, baby.
yeah, DG Live. We need to find it. Yes, I agree. I was telling Justin a lot of this. Justin and I talked about before our show even started. Armstead, as good as a player he has, it's been a disappointment signing overall because we're always worrying about his health, and it's just when he's not out there, he's not helping the club. I don't even know what this latest injury is. I know it's a knee, but I haven't seen like any update status today.
Well, the
Maybe
guy you
when
brought in to kind of groom to play left tackle is already playing left guard, in my opinion, and that's Isaiah Wynn.
yeah.
The way that Kendall Lamb has stepped up and played that position, I just go ahead and put him over there and be like, bye, Tehran. Like, go sit down. Let me know when you're ready to play another quarter or two.
No, you're right, J-Man. There won't be any bad teams come playoff. And no, they're right, but we got to get there first. Let's just take one game by one game, G-Man. This was an awful game, but just like the week before that, when the Dolphins scored 70 points, that's only worth one win. Yesterday's beatdown is only worth that one loss. And yes, it's against a divisional opponent, so it hurts because you lose a head-to-head and you lose a game. They gain a game. It sucks. No sugarcoating it. I mean, I wish I could sugarcoat it, you know? That's
G-Man,
why I keep on
I
telling myself,
disagree.
the what?
I
What do you
disagree.
disagree?
Yeah. Oh, they'll definitely be a bad team. There's a bad team every year that makes the playoffs, and everyone's like, damn, they shouldn't have been there. So, yeah, there'll be one.
Well, yeah, just like the Dolphins barely making it last year, but hey, at least they almost beat the Bills. That's why I say yesterday's beatdown really surprised me. I admit, and I think that's why a lot of Dolphin fans are holding their head down because last year, without as good a team I thought we have as this year, I really thought the Dolphins battled those guys pretty tough last year in both games up there. And yesterday, they just got shellacked. And a lot of that came from maybe the Bills hearing all week about how the greatest thing there is, the Dolphins are the best ever, and this and this. And they took it personal and they laid the beat down out. And I'm happy it wasn't at home yesterday because then you would really all be crying if they would have come into the Rock and beat us down like that.
I'm gonna be straight up honest, man. I know the players didn't play that great and they didn't get the best execution, but they played good enough. This loss is on the coaching staff. I know we win and lose as a team. I get that, but the coaching staff needs to be taking full responsibility for this loss. Both sides of the ball. You didn't make adjustments when you needed to. You stuck to your guns like a stubborn old bastard. You can't do that. You can't do that. This is the NFL. You have to make adjustments or you're going to get beat.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel should have owned it right then and there and be like, we lost because of me. And I'm sick of this crap. When you have this chance to win a game like that, you have to come in and make adjustments. Oh, that one right there really pisses me off, right? Or no, not that Ramsey with the Diggs, but the Kuho Diggs matchup all damn day. Bro, why did you even dress Cam Smith if you're not going to give the kid a chance? I'd have put his ass out there so fast, Kuho's head would have spun, bro. His clothes would have went on out of style. It would have been so fast.
Yeah. I know. Hey, you're right though. Yeah, I woke up this morning just surprised to see that the Jets had battled the Chiefs so tight last night. I went a bit way before that game. I only saw a little bit of it, but yeah, you know, at one point the Jets only had a safety, and then the next thing I know, I wake up to see that they battled them tough. So yeah,
What was the final
it,
score?
23-20. So
That was the final score of the Chiefs
yeah,
Jets.
yeah, the
See,
Chiefs
there's
eked
another
it.
team. There's another team you can throw in that mix of, hey, you got to play them differently. Jets, Bills,
No, the
Cowboys,
Jets have a
Eagles,
good defense
Chiefs.
that can give the Dolphins offense, some trouble.
Well, if you come into those games and you have the same game plan as you did yesterday, you're gonna get your ass kicked. You're
Yeah.
gonna get beat real bad because you're gonna get beat real bad, cowboy, and that's
And you're
because
going to
you're
get
not
beat
trying to do
physically
it the right
bad for
way.
sure.
No,
The one thing good
you
about
gotta
the
do it
Jets,
different.
though, they don't have the offense Buffalo has to put up so many points on you, so you're going to have to win more of a defensive
You
like
can't
mentality
be so
game.
damn stubborn, bro. You can't be so stubborn. Even on the offensive side of the ball, you can't be like, You can't be like, hey, I hit a deep pass over here for 35 yards. Now I'm going to call an end around or a shuffle pass. Hell no. Call another deep pass.
Demon, now I'm going to disagree. I get it. I said yesterday, but I get it. I 100% said it was a statement game.
It's
Justin last
week
week said it was
4,
a
you fool.
yeah. I know. So we understand it, but what are we? But there's nothing we can do about
Well,
after the
you don't
fact.
understand it, G-Man.
There's nothing we can do after the fact, G man. It's just what are we going to do? There's nothing we can do. We lost
This was
that
a
game.
special
I
game.
said it was a statement game. The Dolphins knew it was a statement game because we had to show that we can beat Big Brother, but we didn't. So I don't know what you want us to say, G man, but you're one of my favorites in here. So
Bro, you
I don't
can't
want you
call
to
a week
leave.
4 game a special game. That was a regular season game. Give me a break. Yeah, I had a
I mean,
playoff.
he's right in the he's
Blah,
right
blah,
doing the
blah.
fact that it is a division rival. It is that has our number the past couple of years. That has won the
You're putting too
you
much
know
stock into this, G-Man. You're putting way too much
yeah, you're
stock
too
into
much. It's
this.
just one game, man. It is just one game at the end of the day. Yes, it sucks, but it is just one game. Yes,
He's hanging his
it would have
hat
been
on this
great to
one
win.
loss, bro.
It is, but at the end of the day, it's one loss. We can bounce back. Things can go south for them because the NFL will humble you quick. Now the Bills are going to think, "Oh, our stuff doesn't stink," and they're going to start.
Watch out.
It happens. I think Dolphins started reading their headlines a little too much, and they were having too much fun wearing like emoji shirts on the planes and stuff like this. They got a little too cute for themselves, a little too fast. Time to take a reality pill. And I wish I hadn't gotten humbled in the way they did. But you know what? This may wake them up down the road and realize the only thing is some stuff they can't fix is being out physical because you're not going to all of a sudden just get physical players in those spots. But you can, like you said, you can game plan differently. I know, Justin, but you don't have time to get into a whole new rant because you told me you only have like 40 minutes and we're running right on that. So
Right. Yeah, man. I'll be honest with you. You can though. You can't get other physical players, and you can get other players down there that get physical and play. Yeah, they put up 31 on the Bears, bro. The Little Sisters from Chicago. I'll be honest with you though. You have to get players who want to play physical down low, bro. You have to get guys who are mean, mad, play nasty. Because Christian Wilkins isn't playing like that anymore. Obviously, he doesn't want to get paid, bro. I already told you they owned us, bro. I already said that. What more do you want from me? Fuck Buffalo. I don't care. Excuse my language, but I'm not going to give them any more stock than they already said. I already said they won. I already said they beat our ass on both sides of the ball. I don't got nothing more to say about it. But
yeah.
it doesn't help when your coaching staff is like, no, I'm not going to change. I'm going to run C2 soft and C1. And that's all you run. Come on, bro. You didn't even show them nothing. And your offense did the same thing. You have
No,
to
they
call
didn't. It was a stinky performance. There, you said it. Yes, G-Man, they have them. There you go, humble pie. That's what I called this. We did get some humble pie. I even put it in the title of this show. Humble pie served, and it was cold and it was nasty, but the taste is out of the mouth. Time to get the sweet victory of chocolate cake next week or whatever, and be back to winning. And that's what we're going to do. That's what the Dolphins have to do. As a fan, there's nothing we can do during the game, after the game, before the game. All we can do is hope that the guys that we do, that the team that we root for, the guys that Stephen Ross is paying to make the decisions, to make the right choices, to make all this. We hope that they can get it together, get us back on the winning ways because it's 1 week at a time. But if Miami can win the next two, go into Philadelphia on a 2-game winning streak, we'll all be on the Kool-Aid again.
All is forgiven.
Yeah, and then all is again. But
I was gonna say, G-Man. I mean, didn't you already know this before the season started? Like, didn't you know this? Because I already knew that we didn't have a roster that was built for power bully ball like they play. Don't you understand? Like, if it's not built like that right now, what are you doing here, bro? Because we're not playing the style of ball you want to see. It's not gonna be like that until they make those changes. If you don't make the changes to the line of scrimmage, to your center, to your guards, which the one guard's playing really good and then one's not that great, and then your defense, especially at the line of scrimmage, your 3 techs, your nose, none of that stuff's playing up there.
And beating the Giants is not a given. This is the NFL, G-Man, but it is a big deal. You got to bounce back.
I can see why he's upset. I know why he's upset. He wants to beat the big teams to show that we can run with the big dogs. I get it, bro. But when you not have a big dog roster and then you don't call a big dog game plan, you're gonna get beat.
No, I know. Can't tackle, can't work guard, can't work center, but works next. I know what's next for Lee and Eichenberg. I don't know what's next for him. He's just
You
a
leave him
backup
right.
that can play everything if he
You
has
leave him
to.
right where he's at. You leave him right where he's at as the center too. You leave him right there. You don't. You
Yeah,
see when a guy has deficiencies like that right there, which is technical deficiencies, DG.
right.
You don't go ahead and throw him out to tackle or back to guard because he's got technical deficiencies. And what I mean by that is his feet don't follow his eyes. Like your whole body's got to follow. They got to work together in unison, and his don't work well together. And he's got short arms to begin with. So yeah, you leave him right at center.
Yeah. And our linebackers still can't tackle some
Nope,
of these guys.
terrible tackling, dude. Brandon Jones, man, I'm missing all that time. Woo, boy, the tackling was terrible yesterday, bro. And you know what? I blame them because they're the players, but they only get 22 padded practices a year, you guys. 22 in a whole
That's
season.
what's changed. I know that's changed in the NFL. They don't
You
practice
can't
tackling
practice
like they
tackling
used
like
to.
that. That's why guys
Don
get
Shula
hurt.
would have like 3 a day if he was pissed off. So Joe Roach would say they would have they always had 2 a days, and sometimes they would have 3 a days if he didn't like what he saw out there. There was no like, oh, you can't do that, coach. Yeah, you can.
Yep.
You can do whatever you wanted.
You can do
So it's
whatever you
changed,
need to.
and I understand they do it for the safety, and I'm all for that because we're here to watch them play. But with that comes some take back, and that take back is not solid tackling because they don't do it for a long
That's why
time.
you're
So
seeing so much alligator arm tackling like Kuho,
no,
and that's
exactly because they're doing
not
the
going to
same
help.
thing on the college level, and it's like so by the time they've probably been since high school by some of these guys that they had regular tackling drills all the time.
Yep,
You know,
it's
and I
crazy,
understand, and
man.
I appreciate why they do it because we watch these guys to be entertained. They wanted to stay them healthy. They don't want them all banged up and ruin their futures just because they're playing football. So I understand it, but with that comes, like you say, poor execution.
Yep,
So
poor game plan, poor game calling, poor lack
yeah,
of execution, and lack of adjusting. You got to adjust on the fly in the NFL. You can't just go game by game. You can, but you'll lose those games. You need to adjust quarter by quarter and be like, hey, this ain't working. Let's go to this. Let's try this. You have to adjust. You have to.
yeah. No, hey, it's time, guys. Justin, I know you thank you so much. You gave me more than you said you would give me. But
Absolutely.
hey guys, as much as G-Man doesn't want to say, it's just one game. Yes, it's a division rival. Yes, it was a statement game, and it was the Bills that made the statement that they still are in control of the division. But, don't give up. And there's teams
I
that
understand.
been, down before. My Boston Red Sox were down 3 games to nothing in the 2004
We came
ACL.
back to
Did
win the
they
whole
give up?
thing.
No, they fought back game by game, and they
Yep.
end up going on being the only team at the time in baseball and still only time in baseball history to come back from a 3-0 deficit and go to the World Series and win it. After beating the Yankees. And so, there is hope. It's just one game. It sucks. We as fans think it sucks. We have to live with this loss all week until they lace it up next Sunday. And, there's nothing else we can do. And it sucks, G man. I don't know what more can I say. They sucked
It
yesterday. The
does.
Dolphins sucked yesterday.
I
Doesn't
feel
mean
his
they
pain.
suck for the whole year. Because if
I
so,
feel
we might as well
I
all
feel
just
his
give up
pain.
then. They
I
might
feel
as well just say, oh, let's forfeit the rest of the season.
hell
So,
no. I feel his
so
pain,
it's
bro. I
just
get why he's
crazy.
upset. I get it, dude. I get it. I totally do. We're supposed to show up during these big games, and we didn't show up yesterday. But I'll be honest with you, man. They got to have a reality check, even with their coaching themselves as coaches. They need to be like, yo, we didn't call this right. Not only that, but if you're like, hey, we don't have the personnel in here to call what we want to call, well, then go get the damn personnel that you need to call what you want to call. I'll be honest with you. You can't. I'm gonna beat somebody up. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Don't do that though. You're just gonna regret it later, man. Like
Yeah,
it's
you won't be
not
able to
worth it.
golf if you go beating people up. So,
Exactly. We
you
can't go
might hurt.
golf. It's not
Yeah,
worth it.
go beat up the golf ball.
If you're gonna beat
So,
someone up, make sure it's a Jets, Bills, or Patriots
hey,
fan.
Eric and Kohler have both been on fire with some comments. You can tell McDaniel's not happy with the D. Yes, I agree. He was not. And then you got and hang out CB's to drive with zero but shoot to the football. I
Bingo.
know.
Bingo. That's
Yeah.
why it looks so bad, bro. When the defensive line is getting stonewalled like that on snap
Yeah.
by snap basis, it means those guys got to cover back there for that much longer. And it's not going to happen. And when you don't get zero pressure on a snap by snap basis, you're going to get picked apart. And
I know
that's what
because
happened
everyone's making
yesterday.
fun of Holland getting manhandled by the tight end, but yeah, no one else was there to help him, man. I mean, that's a big dude he's trying to tackle. Someone come gang tackle the damn guy, instead of let him run over your safety like he's not even there. It's just, you need to swarm to the football. And they were not doing that yesterday. They're like, he has him. It was ugly. There was guys wide open. It's just, it is what it is.
If
Justin,
I if I know
3-1.
Fangio, if I know
Yeah.
Fangio the way I know Fangio, this ain't gonna last long. He's gonna want a linebacker in there right away, bro. Because that's one of the biggest problems we have right now is our linebackers just don't come downhill and fill the gaps with enough consistency. It's something they're gonna have to start doing a little bit better. I would make a move somewhere, anywhere I could, man. I really would. Up front, I'm looking line of scrimmage linebackers. That's what I'm looking
Yeah.
for. Yep.
Well, the one thing good is, other than Mozart's two Mozart's, he got one of them back. The team did, but he fumbled twice. But our running backs are laying claim. I don't want to hear any Jonathan Taylor talk. He's
I'm gonna
far
take
from
a
what we.
picture of this one right here for you, for you, G man. And when it comes to bite you in your butt, I'm gonna remind you of it.
Yeah. So hey, again, I know, G-man. But
You
anyway,
don't know
as I
that.
was
You
saying,
don't know. You know diddly squat, G man. I'll be honest with you. You don't know
mm,
that, bro. They could turn around and tomorrow trade for Aaron Donald or go do something crazy like that, and you'll be right back bought back in. And anyone who's like, they're not going to trade for Donald or anybody like that, we didn't think they were going to trade for Tyreek either. They did it. So anything's possible. Anything can happen. If they wanted to make a move, they can. So season's still in front of us. Nothing is lost here besides one game.
yeah, I know, I agree. And I understand, I feel you, G-man. Believe me, I understand your pain, man, and it stinks. And yes, it's easy to say we're not going to win because only one team wins a championship. So odds are saying that the Dolphins probably aren't going to win. But you still have to enjoy it while we have it. It just is. Yeah, he is saying maybe they'll trade for five great offensive linemen. He knows that's not what he's saying, but one or two moves can wake up the team during a season and
So now the
whatever.
problem is the offensive line, you say?
Yeah,
Okay. Because I think
yeah,
you're wrong. The problem is that defensive line that's garbage that wants to get paid $18 million annually a year. But all right, yeah, the offensive line, bro. There you go.
yeah. I mean, the offensive line did have some issues yesterday too. The whole team did. So I mean,
They
like
played
I said,
the
other than
offensive line.
Chan and Van Ginkel, I wouldn't even throw Van Ginkel. At least he was running around, had a couple sacks, and so there. I
Bro,
want to end on a positive note.
they averaged 7.2 yards a carry on the ground. What why not just run it? I don't
Yeah, I
understand.
know.
Why didn't you come into this game thinking, hey, I want to take pressure off my quarterback and not have to be perfect and make mistakes, and we're going to run the ball. When you can run the ball for 7.2 yards a carry, let me see. I can do math. Can you guys? If you do that twice, hell, that's 14 yards. Oh, that's a first down every time down the field.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm good too, Eric. I think it's what everyone's upset is the way we lost that. We got beat really bad. So I think that's it. But of course, I'm with you, Eric. But yeah, I think the reason is that we got beat so bad
The
after,
sky's not falling. It's not the end of the world. Everything's just fine. I'm not going to trip out over something like this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'll be honest with you, the problem's on the defensive side of the ball right now, and it's at the line of scrimmage, it's at the point of attack. You want to get stronger down there, go make a change and make it happen.
yeah. Hey, all right. So on that, we're gonna end it, Justin, because I took way more. You gave me your whole time, actually. You gave me the whole
You're
normal
good.
show, man.
Oh, you're
So
good,
thank
bro.
you, Justin.
Yep.
Anyway, it is what it is. I'm gonna close this show out, guys. Justin's been more than kind with his time because he told me, "Oh, I can give you 30 or 40 minutes, and that's it." And here we are, 54 minutes into the show. So thank you, Justin. You
I
rock.
got you, man.
G-man, hang in there. It sucks. I know you'll
Don't
be
beat nobody
watching
up
me
today,
play the
bro.
Giants. I know you will be there. You won't be out there on the golf course. Even if you are, you're going to be watching somehow on a phone or keep an update on the score because you're a fan, and I understand your pain. Believe me, I know it's 50 years and counting. Believe me, I know. Hey, thank you, Kohler. Thank you, man. I like going to your shows. Always love it when you come into our.
Caller.
It's awesome. Oh, you guys can find Kohler on the Finns tailgate. He's always on there with Shake Money and that gang over there, and El Capitan and all that stuff. So good
Hell,
stuff.
Pete and Lewis are probably like, it's all Tua's fault, man. If we didn't have the little brown dude on the team, we would have won the game, man.
Yeah, I know, man. It's all good, man. So hey, Stephen Ross, let's see. What does he here? And then I'm gonna Stephen Ross doesn't own the Dolphins, Buffalo. Ah, all right, there. I let you get. I wait. I was about to close out, and I came back. Hey, later, G man. Hey, he'll be watching next week. I know it. He'll be
He'll
watching the
be there,
Dolphins.
bro. He'll be there.
He'll be watching those Dolphins. Fins up, guys. Dolphins #1. Thank you. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already.
Deuces.
And go Dolphins.
Dolphins thirsty, they never show no mercy. On the field or in the game, Miami knows how to play. Dolphins thirsty, we all get down and dirty. Tell you what you wanna know, it's the Dolphins Show. Quench your thirst for all things Miami Dolphins. They are the football kings, cause they play to win. Come on in and have some fun, whether we have lost or we have won. For all things Miami, it's Dolphins Thursday.